Hello and welcome everybody. We have the global patch notes for May 9th, 2025. We'll start off right away with some changes for Tamer. The hit rate of the skill Gunsum rank class has been changed from 16.5 to 22.5. The Black Spirit River Claw Lift, Sky Peak Training, and Sky Reach. The 6% hit rate increase effect for all skills for 10 seconds has been removed from that skill. Strike Awakening getting a change on a Fierce Assault. They've increased the distance traveled during the first jump when using a skill. They've increased the fall speed while in the air when using a skill on high terrain. And when using a skill on high terrain and the character rotates in the air, the character will now rotate smoothly according to the direction of the camera. And they've changed the first jump movement skill to not be affected by the jump height increase effect. Corsair on the Flood skill, the down smash effect of the skill has been removed. Accordingly, the phenomenon of the link not being smooth depending on whether the knockdown effect or down smash effect was applied has been improved. And similar thing for Sage on the Flash Breakthrough. After using the skill, it's been changed so it can now be linked to the Flash skill after the attack ends. And again, accordingly, the phenomenon of characters intermittently moving abnormally when using the Flash Breakthrough skill, followed by Flash Transformation, has been fixed. And we have some general class modification and changes on the Berserker, where Fighting Spirit was not consumed. On the Maywa of Flow, the phenomenon of no sound being output when linking to Frost Blossom has been fixed. Mystic, the impact animation of Typhoon's skill has been changed to look more natural. And on Nova, the Comet skill's travel distance was reduced. This has been fixed. And on Nova intersecting orbits and the Royal Swordsmanship, they fixed an issue where the character would occasionally move abnormally when hitting an enemy with a wet skill. Okay, I guess you hit like a wet noodle. Then content-wise, they did mention we're going to get some changes for life skills. The first one that we have is for hunting. We have improved reloading while maintaining sprinting, so you can now reload while sprinting. They've also improved the ability to change posture while sitting or standing by pressing Q while moving. They've also improved to allow faster reloading after rolling, so if you normal reload, and if you roll and reload, it will now reload a little bit faster. This is actually quite nice because you do get one free shot at Gur 1. Oh no, not at Gur 1 when you complete the quest. They've also fixed an issue where the direction of the reload effect was awkward when sitting and aiming. Yeah, this happened to me a few times. So that's first off a bit of hunting changes. For training, the presentation has been improved on the following situations during the capture minigame. So when you get close to the minigame, the presentation has been apparently improved. When in standby after a capture and when a distance is far away, it will move immediately. So here we have an example of a scene where a captured horse is on standby. You see like little heart pop-ups. Captured horses will now follow the adventurers faster, and if the distance between them and the adventurer becomes too far, the horse will now immediately move to the adventurer's side. So this is a nice little feature as well. Hopefully this will improve it for people that don't have a wagon to register their horses, that they appear faster at the stable. The weekly fishing competition used to end at midnight every Sunday. However, this is being adjusted. So the weekly fishing competition will not be held on Sundays anymore. I repeat, not be held on Sunday. So the fishing competition rank will be based from Monday to Saturday, and the rewards can be received starting on Sunday, and it will not be counted or checked between midnight and 2 a.m. on Monday when the fishing competition begins. I am hoping that we do see the new fish being added on Sunday, that we see what is going to be the fish, but I'm not sure. This doesn't seem to be the case. So hopefully that'll be done, but we'll have to see. And accordingly, the rules descriptions for the weekly fishing contest has been revised in the fishing contest UI. Small thing as well, the heavy duty sailor or the Carrack sailor, they've added the feature to automatically discard fish below a certain grade when auto fishing with the midshipman. This feature can be used regardless of your fishing level. However, I personally would not advise this. I've been driving 2-3 hours at a time, and it takes around 50 slots up. So if you have the regular fish tank, you should be fine without discarding any fish. And worst case, you can start discarding once you start reaching your tank's fishing limit, and then start swapping them out through your inventory. Then we have the big change for the Imperial Alchemy, which is why we had a central market change, most likely. So the Guru boxes, or Guru medicine boxes, is being adjusted downward. So it used to be 9 green elixirs, now it will be 6. And vice versa for the blue elixirs, it used to be 3, it will now be 2 per box. Here we have the complete list. So the apprentice boxes is going from 21 to 18, or from 12 to 9. Or 15 to 12, so we're losing a lot of count on the lower production end as well. 7, 4, 5, also going to 6, 3, 4, so losing 1 on the blue versions. The expert medicines box, again, 21 to 18, 18 to 15, 24 to 21, 18 to 15, 12 to 9 on the resistance, and then on the blue versions, again, going down by 1, 7 to 6, 6 to 5, 8 to 7, 4 to 3. So overall, we're seeing the numbers go down on all the boxes. Same thing for the professional, artisan, and master. This could mean that you might need to double check the Imperial deliveries. You might find some extra money to be made, especially on some of these lower boxes, depending on the price to make the elixirs. Could be interesting, but we'll have to see the details of that, how that balances out over time. Then we also have the weight of water-filled bottles, elixirs, potions, and perfume items being changed to 0.2 LT. So this is a change across the board. Pretty much the original weight from 1.25 on bottles, or tough whale tendons, or elixirs, perfumes going from 0.5 all the way to 1.25 will be standardized to 0.2. The Pro Box items have also been changed to be character bound, from a character bound to family bound. This is a tiny change, so they can now be stored in the warehouse. Some Pearl-equipped items that were stored in regular bags have also been changed to be stored in Pearl bags. Accordingly, the items listed below have been moved to the Heidel Village warehouse. So we have stuff like the 7-day outfit sets, flower blooming ferry boat decorations. So this is actually gone, I believe, at the moment. The Wild Carrot outfit, and the Calpheon Glory earrings, Grana Glory earrings, and Odraxia Glory earrings from the event. There's also a small change for the items that can be stored in the family bag. Accordingly, all existing items have been recovered, and the items with the same effects that can be stored in the family bag have been reissued to the Heidel warehouse. Due to the update, the following event items have been changed to regular items. So the event Ellie's Mystery Potion and Fugor's Mystery Elixir will both be just standardized to Ellie's and Fugor's Mysterious, but without the event bracket. This is a nice change, it makes them more stackable, and you will be able to put them in the family inventory. The item descriptions for the Imperial Supply Medicine Box and cooking boxes have been improved to clearly state the methods for crafting materials. The following fish have also been modified to be now usable as cooking ingredients. This is a small thing. Looking at this, most of these, except for I think the snow crab, are generally harpoon fish. The Luvar has become more common, and so has the coelacanth. You couldn't cook with them in the past, now you can. I don't know if it's really worth it cooking with these, but hey, if you want to cook with them, but I would most likely trade them or Imperial deliver them. The phrase used as a cooking ingredient has also been removed from the following fish: the giant shad, ribbon-tailed crocodile, flower shrimp, and the white-tailed shad. Also, the item name has been changed from the Demon's Potion to the Devil's Potion. This is a 30-minute AP buff potion that is available through RNG in the Crow's box. Crow's Nest box. Never even seen it, but hey, you might be rolling for it. It is pretty powerful, but pretty rare. They've also added the ability to obtain the Marni's Research Box from the Dhekia Crescent Shrine and the Kadri Ruins Crescent Shrine, which surprises me a little bit, because I believe I remember seeing a guild member actually drop a box from Dhekia, but it could be that they killed a nearby mob and it counted them. Bit of a surprise. Should have already been the case, but now we have it official. Then we have the big quest and knowledge change for cooking. So the sudden cooking quests will be changed. So either you will receive 5,000 requirement, so one of the following quests, so 5,000 beers, 5,000 grilled bird meat, or 5,000 pickled vegetables, or 2,000 of each, or 1,000 of each. And in this case, you will be able to get all the rewards below, which is a stack of 2,000 of the different special special garlic, onions, peppers, and hot peppers. Also 5,000 eggs and 2,000 milk. And the options go down. For the 2000 version, you get everything up to 1,000 or 2,500 eggs. And then finally, for the 1,000 production, you will receive one of the selections, so you get to choose which one you want. There will only be one of these quests at a time, so if you get the sudden quest, you will need to finish it before receiving another one if you do want to complete it. There is still the receiving of it if you have the Cooking for Idle Soldiers. The probability of accepting the quest Cooking for Growth has been reduced by approximately 45% compared to the quest before, and the existing quest can no longer be accepted due to the reorganization into a new sudden quest. So the old quest, the Cooking for Idle Soldiers, will no longer be available after this. If you still have it, it will still count. Pretty much quests that are already in progress can be processed and completed, and uncompleted quests will be deleted during the regular maintenance at May 28th. We have a similar change for the alchemy quests that pop up. You will either need to craft 500 clear liquid, 500 pure powder, or 500 clown blood, or 100 respectively. Either you then get all of these rewards, which includes 2,000 bloody tree stumps, monk branches, spirit leaves, old tree bark, and red tree lumps, and 500 traces of nature. Or if you get the other one with the 100, you will either get the basic compensation of 250 traces of nature with a choice of thornwood sap, watercress sap, maple sap, ring tree, I think that's ash tree sap, fir sap, or birch, pine. We have pine twice here, and moss sap. So you're going to be getting 500 saps by choice and 250 traces of nature if you get the alchemy version. Again, the quest will be one time only. You don't have a daily limit on these. However, once you get it, you will not be able to get another one. The probability has been increased in this case compared to before with the simple test of Dalashane. And as a surprise quest has been reorganized, the existing quest, Simple Test of Dalashane, can no longer be accepted. Again, if they're already in progress, they can be processed and completed. If they're uncompleted, they will be deleted with the maintenance. In the case of hunting, we have something a little bit interesting. So again, it is the sudden pop-up quest for hunting. We have one which is hunt 50 feathered wolf packs. This one would be happening in Camasilvia. The one thing that is quite interesting on this, we have Dawn of the Hunter being listed. We'll get to that at the end of this. We also have 25 Hunters marks as usual. However, there's 2 Forest Wrasse listed here, which might be a mistranslation, but it looks like this might be 2 Forest Furies. This could mean that hunting in Camasilvia is back, considering the massive requirement for Forest Furies. I would keep an eye on this in the actual patches. This could be quite an upset for Forest Furies. At the same time, it is an RNG quest. You need to be hunting in Camasilvia to be able to even get the Feathered Wolf Packs quest. So hunting in Camasilvia is very much a stressful thing to do because you're burning a lot of karma. There's no mention as well of the karma reduction being removed. So do watch out for the market being maybe upset by this, but it could also just remain stable simply because it is difficult to get. In the case of the giant lions, it will get 2,000 lion meat. In the case of Narcion monsters, it's hunt 50 Narcion for 2 Breath of Narcion. In the case of hunt in Mountain of Eternal Winter, 2 Breaths of Almoa, which is nice. Here we have the Feather Wolf Packs as well being mentioned, hunt Feather Wolf Packs again. In this case, a sad decision from the forest. I'm not quite sure what this is going to be. Then we also have again the giant lions in the wild. 250 lion meat as a small version of the upper one. Again, hunting in Narcion and hunting in Mountain of Eternal Winter. In this case, you get the Narc Swish Stones and the Erebor Grudges. So you have a high version and a low version each time. So this could be a bit interesting. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I think I know what this is. This is the pity piece where you can get Forest Furies. Yeah, that's probably it because it's a downgraded version. The small note that I mentioned with the Hunter's Dawn that you receive when you pick up the quest, this is a hunting experience gain by 15%, movement speed +2, critical chance +2, and attack speed potential +2. This will be for 30 minutes once you receive the buff. This is pretty much the same buff that we used to have before. Again, if you've accepted or in the process of completing one of these quests from before, or you have this quest active, you will not be able to get another one. There is no daily limit on this. The hunting for growth can be accepted while hunting monsters that can accept the existing sudden quests. So you have the hunting request Poacher's Time, Each Other's Nest, Horse and Fear, My Fearful Little Brother. Again, quests that are in progress can be completed. Uncompleted will also be deleted. Additionally, surprise quests have been added that can be accepted during the Imperial delivery. You can now receive the training surprise quest when you are in the 6th generation of Fantasy Horse Imperial delivery process. So the way I understand this, if it's tier 6 and above, you can get a quest pop up. The training for growth can be received without a daily limit. It is capture 1 wild horse and then talk to the Black Spirit, or talk to the Black Spirit. And in one case, you get the Stonetail Wind Rush, or Elixir of Furious Rush, or the Elixir of Speed as a little bonus. The Barter daily quests have all been combined into one. So the quests that are from the guy next to the Storage Keeper, they will all be removed and merged into a single quest. The new quest is to barter 15 times, and the rewards are the same as when all quests were completed already. So 4 quests turning into 1. This is a nice change. Then we have the subtle recolor of the illustration video that appears during the main quest, Serendia's Golden Lion, and Calphion's Hero has been changed to one color. They've also made improvements to the following item names that appear during some quests as being mislabeled. So we have the Calc's Deep Sea and Spirit fragrance perfumes being mismarked. Now it will be Perfume of Calc, Perfume of Deep Sea, and Perfume of Spirit. The Adventurer Journal bookshelf, they've added a guidance on how to reobtain the Ancient Magic Book of Volume 1, Chapter 2 of the Caphra's Journal. They also have in the knowledge category the classification of 4-winged fish being added from freshwater fish to saltwater fish. Then we have small background, NPC, and effect changes. So we have some terrain features of the Orzekea hunting grounds being moved or removed to allow smoother hunting. So here we see some of the roots disappearing on the platform. The one with the pillars, some of the steps are being removed as a tripping hazard. Also some broken rocks. And if you go further along, again, more rocks disappearing. Then we have Occupation War, Stronghold War. They're changing the way that the gates work. So here, if we skim read this, the defense time has now been fixed to 2 hours. And to reinforce its role as the first line of defense, they've increased the maximum durability of both the outer and inner gates across all territories. So during the Calphion, Medaya, and Valencia Occupation War, the defense time will no longer increase when the outer or inner gate is destroyed. As before, if the command post of the Mercury Guild and Alliance is not destroyed within 2 hours after the start of the occupation battle, the occupation battle will end with the Mercury's. I'm pretty sure this is the previous guild's winner. If the command center of the guild or / alliance is destroyed, a battle for occupation will continue for up to 4 hours between the remaining siege guild and alliances. The occupation command center, field command, and all auxiliary buildings have been subdivided into each stage territory, and their defense and maximum durability have been adjusted. So here we have the full list of all auxiliary buildings. So we have the elephant enclosures, supply depots, ballista factory, barricades, fence gates, field commands, recovery center, flag of invincibility, iron barricades, defense towers, fences, flagpole of the immortal, large siege tower workshops, cannon observation, the Great New Testament, and flamethrowers all being adjusted. There's also reward changes for Stage 2 and Unlimited Occupation being changed. So first off, we have the Destroy All Castles to Win, or the Lord who succeeded in reaching victory within the time limit. So we have slightly better rewards coming onto the gold ingots again. Ancient Spirit Powder, Scron Stones, 1,000 Ancient Spirit Powder, that's pretty nice. 110 Brilliant and Honorable Medals, Lightning Traces being up to 12 with 2 Honorable Loot Chests, Item Acquisition Scrolls, and Order of the Honorable Battlefield. The ward who won applying the victory point system, the first will also receive similar rewards, slightly lowered but not by too much, with up to 50 Cron Stones instead of 100. The second place will also still get gold bars, honorable medals, and lightning traces. Similar thing for third place, but going down in amounts. Fourth, fifth, sixth, all going down. You get traces all the way up to 5th place. Once you're 5th place, you no longer receive traces. And until the end of the occupation war, guilds/alliances that still have command posts or field headquarters will simply get some gold bars and medals. And there's also, well, Inspiring and Encouragement Award. This is pretty much the pity rewards. On the Unlimited, it is very similar, but the rewards are slightly higher than on the Tier 2. Again, we're looking at a full list here, but it is 1-to-1 the same, except for a bit higher the overall payout. Improvements have also been made that you can use the guild manor when applying to participate in base battle or occupation battles. You can enter the guild manor even while applying to participate in the stronghold battle and occupation battle. However, during the base occupation battle, you cannot enter the guild hall on the server where the battle is taking place, just like before, and non-participating guild members can enter the guild hall on the server even during the base occupation battles. Accordingly, if you leave the guild manor 50 minutes before start of the base battle, until the end, you will be moved to a nearby town if your previous location was in the base battle conquest battle area. Due to these changes planned for Occupation War, the PA would like to inform you that the Occupation War information will be initialized during the regular maintenance on Wednesday, May 14th. However, even after the Occupation Battle information is reset, the method of proceeding with the weekly Stronghold battle selected by the Castle Lord or Guild will be maintained. Then we have a slight UI change for color blindness. When you select the color blindness setting in the game menu, the color of the enemy adventurers will be changed to orange. This is a colorblind feature. Then we have messages indicating that the Grand Prix Vera scroll will be consumed when using the mount name change ticket item available in the stable has been improved. Also, a small improvement when the Fairy's Queen Power item is being used. The guide text has also been improved to provide clearer information on recovery precautions. Then we have a small system change. They've made improvements that allow replays to continue to be controlled even when the network connection is unstable during the Solar Sphere replay playback. And finally, we have fixes and changes in a few cases of some crew slots that did not exist on some ships, issues where the location of the dialogue windows were bad, Guild League matching being completed and entering the battlefield, so that entry is not possible for any group other than the group that initially entered until all of the Guild's Guardian, First Guardian, Second Guardian matches in the same zone have ended. There's also an issue where a prisoner of Paparoa Island was exposed, or out, some awkward wording, some general story issues in Sakurai Underwater Ruins, where it was not found when searching for the NPC, phenomenon where character movements were awkward, and the teleporting to Land of Morning Light if you did the Black Shrine. That's supposed to be fixed even more now. This was already in last week. I guess there was more bugs that were connected to that. Vehicle locations being incorrectly guided, and also some issues where Northern Wheat Farm would appear as the Northern Farm Zone when using the Traveler's Map, or War of the Roses UIs, and bag shortcuts not being properly working, and finally some gamepad fixes for key guides and guild contract tooltips, and so fixed an issue where Orzekea could not be selected in the Ataraxian entrance UI for gamepad mode. With that, we have the patch notes done. Overall, UI changes, color blindness setting, really nice. If you prefer to have orange, this might be a good option to you. If you don't want to see red, then Nodewar, better rewards is always better. Hopefully it is better. It looks that way than before. You still get all your other rewards. Orzekea haven't grinded enough to really be affected by this, but at the same time, still pretty nice to see them still adjusting fields to match people's grinds. Sudden Training Quest, that is pretty sweet. Always nice to see. Also, Sudden Hunting Quest. The fact that this might be Forest Furies is a nice little change. It does alleviate the damage from the karma losses from hunting in Chemisovia. It could be a nice little change. Then finally, the cooking and alchemy quests I also would say are really great, especially that if you get the higher ones, the fact that you get all the rewards. And last but not least, the alchemy changes are just absolutely awesome. The weight decreases are great for alchemy. Also, the fact that we need less elixirs to make the guru boxes. Double check your values. This will be a big change. Up until then, I would say cook up your alchemy, your elixirs, ready to check those boxes and try to make a profit. And finally, the hunting changes for the matchlog are also really great. Class changes, okay, they're there, nothing too major, except for maybe the 6% hit rate on Tamer being lost. That is a bit more of a big factor. But we'll see how that goes. And I will see you around in BDO. Take care.